After the party is the after party. Welcome everybody. I am your host Ray. With me, as always, we have the lovely Material Life.
Hey y'all.
All right, so I sent her like two videos, and I wanted her to choose which one. I got one of them set up. The other one I'm setting up soon, but the two videos I sent you, is there one you wanted to watch in particular, or do you want me to choose it for you?
Both, both.
You want to watch both?
Yep, I didn't really have one in particular. When I saw
No,
both
I'm
of
saying
them,
which one.
I was like,
I
"Oop,
said which
I
one
like
do you
both
want?
of them." So we can go in the order you
No,
sent
I'm
it.
saying I said I meant like out of the two, which one you want to watch first? Like we're going to watch both of them, but which one you want to get into?
We can go with the order you sent it. Build up and get more mad.
Well, I already okay. Well, the six black men and one secret white guy, I already got that set up, so I'm not gonna just have that start up. So as you can see, we already getting into it. So let me let's get this screen sharing started, and without further ado, let's get into the video. This is six black men versus one secret white guy, and basically, have you seen this part? Like they gotta figure out which one's the mole. So they're in this box, and they gotta figure out which one is the mole. So, um, and this one they're blindfolded, obviously. So they gotta go by sound. So, how well do you think they're gonna do? You think they're gonna figure it out?
I don't know, cause that's kind of hard.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially if you hung out. If I don't know if you had like white people that grew up in the hood that just grew up around black people, and then
Exactly.
and we like when they have the dialect, they sound like us. So I understand there's people that they kind of like yell cultural appropriation, but I especially when it comes to like people in New York or something like that. But I always tend to people is like y'all always knew you had that one white guy that grew up in the hood with y'all. It's like and you don't expect them not to at least pick up some dialects from black people. It's like I don't know why like people don't.
I know, and it's so weird. Like when you say that now, thinking back on it, we used to act real weird. When like white people who grew up in the hood speak black, but like if you calculate, like people who was raised in Boston have their own sound versus somebody who was raised in Atlanta versus somebody from Miami. So we don't be like egging them like, oh, why you sound like that? But it's like it depends on where people are raised at. Like if somebody's from New Orleans, regardless of what race they are, they gonna all have that baby like that New Orleans sound.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's just to you, you be like, oh, they trying to sound black, but child, that's just the country in them.
Yeah, and I have to remind that about people. It's just like, yeah, it's like if they grew up around there, because there was this white rapper. Now, I don't defend her a lot because she does say the N word, but at the same time, she grew up in Oakland, and one of the rappers from her name was V Nasty. I don't know if you remember. Yeah, but one of the black rappers, he was like, yeah, she grew up in Oakland, like in the middle of Oakland, around niggas and like all
Uh,
that other stuff. So he was like, he had to defend her, but he wasn't defending her from like, oh, leave her alone. It was just like, yeah, she grew up around us, so it was like, what else? And we talk like this. What else? What do you expect them to do? And that's what I tell people all the time. It's just like, what do you expect? It's the same thing, not Aquafina or I don't know if you talk about that show Norfolk Queens or something like that.
when you say Aquafina, child, I feel
Yeah,
like you're some Barbie girls type person.
Aquafina is a Asian comedian and or a rapper. I think it was both. But anyway, she had a show called Norfolk Queens or some shit like that. and a lot of people got on her because she has a quote unquote black scent, and like some people call it appropriation. To me, I was like, well, she grew up in Queens, and everybody talk like that. It's like, what do you expect? But I don't said too much. Let's go ahead and get into this video. So six black.
We gotta start being honest with ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. So let's get into the video. Six black men, one black guy.
One quick question I gotta ask: are there any other like Africans or anybody with like any like Afrocentric ethnicities?
My dad has Nigerian in him.
What tribe? Do you know what tribe?
Actually, I don't, but my mom's Ashkenazi Russian Jew, and then my dad's literally like a mutt. He got Nigerian all the way from Asian to, he's literally mixed with everything.
Okay, for sure. Anyone else?
Nope, just black.
Yeah, I got nicknames.
Well, Rosebud is actually my street name. My real name's Riley.
My name is Fitzgerald. That's like the full first name, but then Fitz is like the nickname people call me by.
They do Fitzy.
Yeah, sometimes they do Fitzy. Sometimes they be doing Fitzy.
I think my strategy was to kind of just be black.
I'm not gonna lie, when you said fits, I thought it was because you had tough fits on, you know what I mean?
That too.
You can't even see him. What you talking about, bro?
That too. I mean, if you could see, you'd probably be able to tell that I got a tough fit on you.
I wasn't even funny. Can we all say what we wearing and everything? I got a skeleton all red, varsity jacket, cargo pants on the side. What's up?
We matching right now. I'm not wearing the skeleton fit, but I got like red.
You got Air Forces on?
I got Air Forces on.
No, you crazy.
I wish I could dap you up right now. But
Wait, what type forces y'all got on?
So I got the Air Force Ones with like the little black stripe on it.
Okay, yeah, half black, half white.
Right. Oh, I see where you're going with
You
that.
said I did.
You said half black, half white.
Half black, half white. You feel me?
No cap. I used to wear some Pumas that were half black and half white because of that my whole life.
My strategy for today was to figure out who's safe rather than figure out who's the mole right off the bat. Who's one of the brothers? You feel me?
Who here?
So if you was going in there, what type of strategy would you have?
Say it again.
So if you was on this show and you had to figure out who was white, what type of strategy would you go to find out the mole?
At this point, listening to all them talk, I ain't had no strategy. Because the guy who's talking the most, definitely you would think he was white, but he just speaks proper. So it's throwing people off.
Yeah.
And the one true white guy, that guy ain't talking at all. Silent.
Oh yeah, he's definitely silent.
He passing by.
Yeah.
And somebody might miss him.
Yeah. He's being smart. I think he's being smart, but wait.
They so unorganized right now. They don't know who's number 1, number 2, or number 3 talking. They just blabbing along.
Yeah. So let's. I'm pretty sure he's gonna talk soon. So let's wait till we hear him talk.
Here knows what the smell of a hot comb on a head.
It stink real bad.
What are some prominent songs that you're gonna hear at a family reunion?
Oh, they played a lot of blues. Marvin Seed, Bobby Blue Bland. Then when they got drunker, it was Tupac and.
Oh, look at that shit, God.
Yeah.
Time out.
You want me to go back?
That's a nigga.
That's a dick.
I don't know if he been studying us. You know how they say they be studying our style. So they be us better than us. But when he started talking, he definitely give me Cali.
Oh man, my man said Bobby.
That's that cousin of yours. That be in all the mess. But he must date a lot of black girls. But he be in them streets. He sound like a nigga that need to be in them streets doing street things.
You know what? You know what? You might be right. Be on point. I'm telling you, like you be on point. So let me find out Like
I know we need to hear some more, but when he started speaking, I was like, wait, time out. Who was that man? I know he had to date some sisters in his lifespan.
Oh man. All
Or
right.
he might be gay, so I don't know. Let me not say he dated some woman and that man a whole homosexual, whatever.
Homosexual is the
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. Let's get into it.
His vocal inflections, like it kind of made me think of Straight Outta Compton, the movie. Maybe it felt too black, for a second.
Yeah, I grew up on classic rock from my mom's side, and then I grew up on Motown from my dad's side. So anytime, summer vacation in the backyard with my nana, she'd be playing all Motown. Pop up and nana be dancing, slow dancing to it, telling them, sit your ass down,
Everyone has one person that's suspicious of them.
So we know where, basically.
Yo, we made it.
All right. So I'm gonna start with the theme song. You finish it. We're brothers.
We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Okay, I like that.
Me growing up half black, half white, there's certain songs that they sang that I honestly didn't know word by word what to say.
In the
Half black, half white boy. My man out here, I
Mm-hmm.
think he's gonna get kicked off. I think he's gonna get kicked off. Because like,
But we all know he half white.
I mean, he said he was like what, half Jewish, so he's
And his dad Ethiopian
yeah, his dad Ethiopian.
or Nigerian. He said his dad somebody in Africa.
Yeah, Nigerian. I think he did say Nigerian. I was like that. So
I think they
like,
know
I don't.
he ain't 100% right.
Yeah, but I don't think he's convincing them that he is black too. So I don't know. I feel like he's gonna go. Oh, let's see.
Songs that they sang that I honestly didn't know word by word what to say.
In the movie ATL, Rashad was running his daddy's house since what age? It's a famous line, y'all. You gotta know that.
I ain't gonna cap. I didn't even know the answer to that one. Shit.
Let's complete this song.
The answer was 14 or 15.
I didn't even know.
That was from ATL. I read my daddy house since I was 15. Do something like that.
Yeah, I would have known the answer either. I know the movie. But y'all act like we over here studying. Well, you different, Ray, because that's your thing.
I watched movies.
But you went to college for this stuff.
Yeah.
Us regular people,
even before
we just go watch a movie. We don't go study movies.
Yeah. Honestly, even before I went to school for it, I was doing some trivia. I went to one of my friends' house and we was playing some 90s trivia. And when I tell you I knew majority of the answers, and I'm like, oh my God. And
you went to college for exactly what you should get.
But even then, I was like surprised. I say, "Oh my God, I know this shit." It was just like, but I was like, "Yeah, I remember watching this." I was like, "Oh God." So yeah, good thing I got a degree from.
That boy got
Stretch pants.
Boy got
Stretch pants.
What is that?
I got one.
Anybody know what it is when you say you put your foot in something?
To cook it real good.
Me and your mama whipping it up.
That food is snacking.
I was listening so intently on voices because you ever been on the phone with like telemarketer? You can tell it's a black person on the other side, so you throw out little hints, while you're talking, and like, oh yeah, we cool. I was trying to catch that.
Call and response. Won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
Who said that?
Brevin.
Jay.
I'm suspicious of everybody else over here.
Now, all black people don't go to church now.
But they know this.
This is true. What flavor of Kool-Aid was y'all favorite growing up?
Red.
I like grape.
I mean purple.
See what I mean? Like you just about to get kicked off. Everybody say red. Like, oh man.
Yeah, that's kind of suspicious.
That's low sus right there.
Very
You said great.
suspicious. Because where I'm from, we go by colors. We don't go by that. What you just said.
Wait, hold up. Why is that crazy? Because grape and purple are exactly the same thing.
I mean, we used to call Welch's grape soda.
I don't know. It's just where I'm from. We go by colors. We go by colors.
Grape Kool-Aid, not purple. Red flag.
I mean, but honestly, that I grew up and we all
That's
called
real
it.
sus.
How you make your Kool-Aid?
He was raised by a white woman.
I'm telling you, like,
Cause we don't even know what flavor those things is for real.
and
We just
that's
know
why
the color.
and that's why they say red.
Mhm.
Even if, I know why most of them say red too, even if that's not their favorite flavor. Because I mean, red is good, but it's not their favorite. You saying red because black people, when we mention Kool-Aid, you say red
Mhm.
Kool-Aid.
Ain't nobody making purple Kool-Aid, blue Kool-Aid, green Kool-Aid.
Ashley, I do. Look, I'm telling you, before when I used to make Kool-Aid all the time, you mix I'm telling you right now, mix the orange with the grape.
But most people who made orange Kool-Aid, it was more than like it was Tang.
Yeah, that's Tang.
It
But
was,
I'm telling
people
you,
was not buying orange colored Kool-Aid. They was just not buying that.
oh no. My mom did. When I tell you, because you know why? Because I'm telling you, because I was like the Kool-Aid maker in the house. I'm telling you right now, if you have orange and grape, mix that together. It's the best. It's the best shit ever. The color, it's
I gotta access you suspect now. Are you black?
I'm telling no.
Have you been what's that movie? With
Get Out. You talking about Get Out?
Not Get Out. Get Out was the second one, the one where people was cloned and the other half was sitting underneath, and then their real self was at the top or something. I don't know. I can't even remember. But
That
the one
was
with
that movie was you, right? Or was it?
Yeah, I think it was you.
Yeah. But no. I'm telling you right now, like no bullshit. Mix those two together, and it's one of the best flavors. It's one of the best flavors you get. But don't get me wrong, I've also had red. I make the red, but when I tell you the grape and the orange, my mom used to get that because that was the best. When I make that, that's what they wanted, and everybody was drinking that. That should be gone.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kool-Aid in general be gone. It don't matter if it's a big gallon bottle. Like Kool-Aid will go faster than regular water.
True.
For some odd reason, Kool-Aid it be like your house will be filled up with juice. But for some odd reason, them Kool-Aid will go by faster than any other juice.
That is definitely. All right, back to the video.
Pour the sugar to the ancestors. Say stop.
In the summers, it was either if you were outside or inside, you had to pick, right? Like
one running in and out.
up and inside your house, So y'all feel that? Or?
Yeah. Don't let that good air out.
When it comes to black women from the 90s, who do you think is accurate? I'm gonna say Halle Berry.
Damn.
I'm gonna say she was a rapper. Wow, what's her name? Rhapsody.
Jada Pinkett or the sister.
Wait, you can't take two, dog.
You taking forever.
Goodness, somebody gotta help me out with this. Shotty from Black Panther. Who's the queen? You feel me?
Yeah, I know her name, but you gotta know
Angela
her name.
Bassett. Angela Bassett. There we go.
I think a Whitley from a different world. I can't remember her name. Old girl from a different world.
I watched my sister Raven Simone, Tyra Banks from that runway show. Is it the 90s?
Iris from the 90s.
I was sitting back watching them being like, sheesh.
One of them said Rhapsody. Rhapsody's not from the 90s. But I feel like he was talking about MC Light. But Rhapsody's not from the 90s.
Oh well, child, they was holding on by a string. They didn't know who to say.
Oh man. I was wondering, like they really Well, yeah. The Nia Long will probably be the first person Nia Long or Halle Berry probably will be the first person they
Yeah,
say in the 90s.
and the crazy thing, I think Halle Berry will probably be like number one because everybody for some odd reason knows her name, and like Nia Long, she's like one of those classics. But like if you don't see
Mm-hmm.
them often, you forget them.
You know what's funny? Even though she like Halle Berry debuted in the 90s, I feel like she really hit her stride in the
And
2000s
she did.
because that's when she was dubbed the most beautiful woman in the world.
Because
And that was like
I think
it's
it's like because I think she did what was the movie? Monster Ball, I think it was.
yeah, Monsters Ball.
Yeah, that's when the rest of the world knew her existence. Because I think she did what is it? Pootie Tang and
No, she didn't do Pootie Tang.
what's the movie with she didn't?
Mm-mm. Wanda Sykes was in Pootie Tang.
She did Babs, I know that for sure.
Yeah,
And she did Losing Isaiah way before she finally got that Grammy or the whatever. She had Losing I, but black people, you know, we knew her.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess once the rest of the world and the white people knew her existence,
You talking about the
like,
movie with her and Wesley Snipes?
Yeah,
Jungle Fever.
that's what it is. So I knew it was one of them damn movies. And at this point, there was a gang of the black movies coming out. It was like they was coming out in succession, like bloop 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 bloop. They had us in a chokehold at the movies, at the TV, sitting at home, cable. Cable had black people in the chokehold.
Mm-hmm. Especially on UPN. One of my crushes was like Mia Campbell from In a House. That woman was beautiful.
She was, but Anne still is. Well,
yeah,
I don't know if she's still alive at this point.
I don't know, but crack that to her. And the Yellow Ranger, Karen Ashley, the Aisha, the Yellow Ranger, when she was black, when the Yellow Ranger, that was my first crush. I met her at a convention one time. It was like big ass smile on my face.
You know the crazy? Yeah, I've never seen none of the Power Rangers in real life.
I did. I met they was they was at this convention in DC, and like majority of them was there. So I took the pictures with the original Black Ranger and the Yellow Ranger, but the other people was there too.
I feel like back in the days, a lot of the conventions and all the big things and big events mostly happened on the north side, like New York, DC, especially New York. Like it just didn't feel like people was coming down to Florida to do conventions or like big major events.
I feel like don't y'all have Bike Week down in Florida?
It was. That's what I'm saying. People wasn't coming over there to do unless you was a NASCAR driver and hood rat stuff. Because them NASCAR events was going wild too. What is it called?
Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona. Them events used to go wild. Them alcoholics was out.
Daytona 500. Yeah, Daytona 500 was really big. Okay. All right. Contestants will now vote for who they think is white. So I think, like I said, light skinned boy is probably gonna be the one to go.
Him or the other guy? They both wear matching outfits.
Oh, you talking about Fitz?
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
What is gone now, bro?
When it comes to being black men, Microaggressions. Let's talk about it.
I got you right here, man. I went to a PWI. Man, I be chilling in the corner. There's only 5% of us, but somehow they find a way to take a picture of you for the dang
diversity.
for the diversity, right? I'm like, they only 5%. I gotta give them credit though, because like finding us is gonna be a little bit tough, but like they found a way regardless.
I ain't even gonna lie, Loke. I'm real lost. We from the streets. I ain't even get that far, like college and stuff like that.
Hey, we all got a different journey. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, one, my man is from the streets. I think you called that. So you said he definitely been.
You can tell because you know what I said last time.
Yeah, I know what you said. Okay, and two, what is your microaggression, or do you have any microaggressions?
That's a hard one. Hold on. I'm trying to think. No. My microaggression. I don't know. It just be I guess when people start doing too much, you start micromanaging, doing too much. I be done and through. I'm ready to go off.
I can see why. And you joined the Navy too, when they was definitely on a carrier where they're known for micromanaging. So,
and the crazy thing is, I didn't experience it that much. Cause my personality, I didn't even entertain that. We'll get to arguing in the space.
My microaggression, I started noticing this now. I don't like when people stare at me. like lately, I don't know, and it's just like, and it's, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's old white people. It's just like they start just staring at you and some shit like that. And sometimes I'll be like, the fuck are you looking at? Like, you ever just sit somewhere like mind your business, and then you feel somebody.
You ain't lying.
Yeah, and it's just like you just sitting there minding your business, and you feel someone staring at you, and it's just like I don't want to act out, but I do want to look at them and go, "What the fuck you looking at?" So it's just like, it's like, I understand if I'm like doing something wrong, but when I'm sitting there doing nothing, it's just like, nigga, mind your business. It's like you don't get this with black people, but you get it with white people. So it's just like, I don't know. That's my micro question. Let's get back to the video.
Yeah, it's like the low-key racist thing.
Yeah.
Like, not like
You're so well-spoken. Wow. Why wouldn't I be? I'm a grown
for
man.
a black guy, you're so well-spoken.
Yeah.
You peep game, you walk down the street, right? And a white folks see you, the first thing they do when they see you or acknowledge you, they fold their lips, like, and nod their head down, make that weird
Or they
face,
give you
you know what I
hella
mean?
space on the sidewalk, or even step in the street.
Or clutch their
Clutch
bag.
the purse.
Microaggressions.
Clutch the
like,
bag. Or
Take the next elevator.
Yes.
Mhm.
All of that.
hella room in the elevator, too.
Stare at you like you ain't supposed to be here. What was one of y'all favorite movies growing up? You feel me? Like Loving Basketball, Don't Be a Menace. I mean, what did y'all watch?
I like New Jack City. Like,
That was all right. You from New York,
yeah,
bro.
dude. So you already know. Like, I am my brother's keeper, and that's some real shit, so.
I'll tell you what, man. I watched the first Power Rangers movie like twice a day for like the first 4 years after it came out, man.
Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Power Rangers. What season?
Oh, Mighty Morphin, dog.
Mighty Morphin. Facts.
hard is hard. It is.
I watch anime, too. I'm not
Oh wait,
gonna
you
lie.
watch anime?
I do.
What you like?
Dragon Ball Z.
for shows that get away.
Y'all Naruto. Come on, like.
Don't laugh at me, but I love the Disney Channel originals. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, that was good.
Hey,
Let it shine, you know
let's
what I mean?
watch a Disney Channel. Boy,
Y'all know about that Static Shock though. Come
I
on.
was literally just about to say.
You know what I'm saying? Superhero,
Static Shock.
I met his voice actor, bro.
You did?
My dude is dope, bro.
Wait, he voices every single black, everything.
And Samurai Jack.
He's
Man's
black,
got
yeah.
range, bro. He's
Yeah.
got range.
All right, I got a question because I feel like we just gonna be like
We gonna be vibing, man.
too much. Yeah, right.
I got y'all after this. Even if you white, we gotta tap in for real.
Hey, you have to.
Yeah, you be like.
But okay, so
Why does that bother you?
you didn't have to point that out, bro. Okay, so in regard to dating and whatnot, my first girlfriend, she ended up being a Russian girl, and my dad was he always used to throw hints like, "Hey, man, you know, she's nice and all that stuff," and like he would never say it, but I knew like the upbringing he dealt with a lot of racism stuff, so he kind of had like the hesitance for like those type of relationships. Did your parents or family members like say, "Hey, like"?
I mean, my mother was from Shreveport, so she used to be on that. And she was older when she had me. She was already like in her late 50s, so
Okay.
she wasn't playing with none of that really.
I don't think my parents ever they just want me to love who I love, but at the same time, I think there's always that underlying, like, we would love for it to be a black woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was.
How you feel about interracial dating? I don't know if I ever asked you that question. B there?
Oh my gosh. The whole time I'm thinking I'm speaking out loud to find out I was speaking on mute. But I said I don't really have an issue with it. Well, until once I met because I was like, to me, I feel like my husband was gonna be, somebody outside my race. I was thinking that until I met with Dr. Umar and started reading up and learning and hearing his concepts and everything. Now I'm just not with it no more. I still believe that my husband might be Korean, but he might just be the black Korean. I don't know. But I'm just like, I don't want an interracial. Like, Dr. Umar just kind of screwed me over. Because I was like, before. Yeah, but after me with, talking and listening to Dr. Umar, I was like, yep. No. I don't think I think I'm about to be 100%. So, brother, so.
So, my first girlfriend was a white girl, but like I tell everybody, my preference has always been dark skinned women. But my first girlfriend was a white girl, so it was like, don't give me that. I was like in the third grade, so I don't know if those relationships count, but always technically that was my first girlfriend. But I mean, I've always, like I said, always had an attraction for dark skinned women, and it's weird because my mom and like other people thought I was gonna marry a white woman or some shit like that, and I'm like, and that always like weirded me out because to me, even though my first girlfriend was a white girl, I never had that indicating that I will only date white girls. It's just like, matter of fact, some of my sister's friends, just like, especially some of the darker ones, them the ones I flirted with the most. So it's just like, I can see myself dating a black woman, or dating and or marrying a black woman. So it's just like, you gotta be like really, really special for me to like, if you were a white girl for something like that. But other than that, it's just like, I'm with the sisters all the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Umar say. I'm not about, because Dr. Umar be saying some crazy stuff. But after watching Dr. Umar, I kind of like, reevaluated my thought process. I'm not mixing. I need my kid to be, I need them to revert back to be 100% black. Blackity black. I want us to start reverting back to be blackity black.
That's what I love. That's what I love to hear. I used to tell people all the time. If I die and reincarnate, I hope I'm blacker.
Yeah. I'm like, even if your parents, you know, interraced and everything, but you need to make the conscious decision to find a black man so y'all can start reversing the interrace and white part out of y'all. In the spirit of Dr. Umar, I hope it lives on forever. That Dr. Umar said, y'all parents need to be telling y'all kids to don't mix.
Be swimming in the milk.
He said, oh, Dr. Umar is something different, man. He is hilarious to me.
Oh, I find him hilarious as well. But I'm with him though. It's just like I hope my black queen is out there somewhere. So
Child, you ain't lying. I feel like my black king somewhere. I'm probably just playing around right now still. I think it's because I'm also blocking because I'm not in the spirit. I feel like you also have to be in the spirit of dating or getting into a relationship for some odd reason.
You try getting back out there in that
I just don't have the energy right now to to enter into the dating market. Like, or not even like into like just the thought process of possibility of dating right now. I just feel like it's like I haven't really hit the true me season where I'm 100% in me season.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like I'm still like, you know, tear-gathering, like, you know, just living on life, just trying to figure out life. But I haven't like officially got into the point where I'm just happy as me back again.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess this is I don't know if you find this weird. I said even if I go back, there's people that I want to specifically ask, but one, they used to be in the Navy and like they're all over this. They don't live near me. But it's just like there are people that I do want to specifically ask, and then like if they don't work, then I would go, you know, do the regular dating thing because I felt like, and I've said this before, I think the Navy spoiled me because I met a lot of intelligent, beautiful women on there, and I thought it was like I've always said this: the women on the Truman, it's just like it's just like something about them that, like, I don't know. When I got into the civilian life, I'm serious. It's like when I got into the civilian world, I'm like, I
ain't been in the civilian world long enough, but I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, Truman kind of spoiled me in the thought process of like, just how great of like a family environment it felt to be in. But the men, you know, it was
yeah, I know.
Dog men was definitely dogging back then. But they wasn't dogging as bad as the other ships. I came to that realization real quick when I went to another one. I was like, yeah, people definitely dogging worse on other ships than ours. But I don't know. It was the Navy itself just threw me off on men because they just do so much dog stuff, and so I was like,
I think it's because it's easy for them to cheat.
I know. And then it's probably also I went and got married to a military man. So and that was a dog ass man too. So,
I'm
so,
sorry.
so I'm like, yeah. It's that reset era, and I want to get into that complete me era, like Issa Rae says, but I don't know. It feels like I'm not even trying to get there.
Oh man. All right. Let's get back into the video. We can talk about some more of that later.
It was actually the same for me. They never said don't bring a white girl home or anything like that, but I definitely know how it would make them feel if I was to bring home a sister for sure. Like, oh shoot, like you're with somebody who understands.
By the way, the white girl I've dated, my sisters didn't. When I was dating her, my sisters did not let me not hear the end of it. It's like You got yourself a little white girl. It's like, and then all of a sudden, my
Which they
auntie,
should have.
yeah, all of a sudden, my aunties figured out, and then this is where this one of my aunties said, "I didn't know you was into the swirl." And I'm looking, and one of my aunties said that. It's the first time I ever heard that too. I was like, I didn't know what the hell you was talking.
Child, I was too afraid
Mm.
for the longest to even bring a man to my mom.
But after that white girl, it's been all black then and there. I've
Yeah.
been so I no longer swim in the milk.
That's good. God bless, man. God work in mysterious ways. They don't even know
it. I feel the love.
Understands you,
Right.
who can understand what you go through in life as a black man on the day-to-day basis, from the microaggressions to the ridiculous racism in your face.
My people were cool, whatever. Like I'm cool, whatever too. But like I appreciate the sister, like because she understands me and I don't have to explain myself.
We have a tie between Rob and Brevin.
Yeah, y'all hit that side of relief.
Okay, I'm Brevin. I'm from.
Okay, so who do you think they're gonna kick off? My man Brevin, or you think Rob? Because Rob was
who's Rod.
the white guy.
Oh, dang. They spying out the white guy. That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's a tie between Brevin and Rob. So
That's I don't know. That's kind of hard. That's hard because let's hear their argument. Brevin might steal me, but right now Brevin probably might get ran through.
all right, let's hear it.
Y'all hit that side of relief.
Okay, I'm Brevin. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, like I said. I didn't have a traditional like upbringing as far as like dating a lot of different people because I'm a queer black man, but it took me a long time to get there. But as far as home life, I had two parents, two older brothers, a little sister, super close. Yeah, this is hard. I don't know. I'm black, y'all. I'm black.
My name Robert. I go by Rob. I'm from South Central LA. We bounced all around. It was just me and my mother, 3 sisters and 2 brothers. I've been in and out the streets, not too much school, and that's pretty much it.
You ain't even need 30 seconds.
When it came to Brevin, it seemed like he was privileged, and I relate more to struggle. Hearing some of the things he was saying, it kind of like made me think and like second guess.
In my brain, I was like, this is probably just like one of those cases where he could be white and he's just a product of his environment.
Brevin, you can't vote.
I appreciate the try, bro.
It looks like we are tied again.
Wow, what?
I voted Rob just because I think I heard everyone else speak a little bit more.
I also voted Rob. First of all, I'm just gonna say that like the environment he grew up in, you know what I'm saying? I think that like, that's just a case where he could like relate to a lot of like black people's struggles, you feel me? But he might not be like black in and of himself.
I voted for Brevin to get out. Not because Brevin necessarily said anything bad, but it was more so because of when Rob was talking. I felt like I was listening to one of my cousins talk. And he definitely sounds like he's from South Central for sure. Not a whole lot of white people down there. So I'm gonna say he stays.
Rob Black, that's it.
Yeah.
No, that's a fact. Rob Black, he sound like people from around my way. So no offense to you, Brendan, but you gotta kick rocks.
I hear it in Brevin's voice too, though. Like, that's the thing.
I heard it in both.
I hear it
yeah.
for sure.
But Rob, like, I feel like I could say certain things to Rob and he pick up.
Rob, first of all, no black people say mother. Like, let's be honest. Y'all ain't catching the tea because ain't no black person calling their mom mother.
I don't know. I don't know how the West Coast be saying. Yeah, you know what? I think they be like mama. Cause usually,
Yeah. Oh, mom, what's good? Oh, I was raised by my mother. What? No, I don't care how ghetto you is. Black people just ain't saying mother. We ain't even learned that word growing up. So we heard mom, where your old
mama.
where your mother, like people was like, where your mother at? Like, child.
In DC, we say mother. It's like MUTA. It's just like
Yeah. But nobody say mother. Like it's just not. That's just not words we say.
mm, mm. Okay. Let's do the kick out.
Others like, is you gonna really relate or?
Yeah. You know, I
No
think
disrespect.
that.
What
but
does hit a lick mean?
Damn.
Well, they got Brevin out there.
Damn, Brevin. The little queer guy is gone.
You know what's funny? And this is not to start them. I think the fact that he said that he was a queer black man, I think that I don't.
Say it again.
I think the fact that he called himself a queer black man, I think that set his face. I don't know. I could be wrong.
It probably did. The moment he let them know he was gay, they was like, "Yeah, you got to get out of here."
He was like, get your gay ass out of here. It's like I could be wrong, but I feel like that was it right there. So, let's get it.
Rob sound like he know good catfish.
I'm not sure why I got voted out. I feel that a lot of times I've felt that I'm too white for the black people and too black for the white people, but it's okay. It's all good.
Have you ever felt like that?
Mm-hmm.
You felt like you too white for the white people, too black for the black people?
Uh-huh.
You know what's weird? But when I was in the Navy, a lot of white people thought I grew up in the suburbs. And
I could see why.
Why?
Ray, you got a whole lot of white people tendencies. I swear to God.
What white people tendencies do I have? Talk about what white people tendencies do I have? I grew up around drug dealers and killers. I grew up in the worst neighborhood. All of a sudden, I got white people tendencies.
No, right?
If
you look at your friend group, and then I guess it was because there wasn't that much black people that also was in your rate, so you kind of had to be stuck with that friend group. So it's like, but you blended in so well. But it was just you just have white people tendency. Like you look like the type that hikes, that used to, like, when growing up, like I didn't think you was raised in the, like, the worst neighborhood, you just said. I felt like you probably like hung out with your friends. Yeah, probably did fireworks or firecrackers. You probably like went hiking, or like y'all would sit down like in the back of like the truck and just drink beer all day at night. Like you just seem like the type.
Oh Lord! I'm not
And
even mad. I'm not mad, but
like, cause
this is like
you had like, yeah, you used to hang with black people when you was in A school. When we was in A school. But boy, when you got to this shit, your friend turned white. I was like, boy, Ray don't know black people no more. But like, we would talk all the time on the ship. But the thing is, you just didn't have that much black people in your job skill. Everybody was, I think y'all only had like 3 or 4 black people,
yeah,
including you.
Yeah, and you know who was the happiest when I saw more black people get into the damn rate? Me.
Yeah, because then y'all got a few black girls. Um, but y'all
I
still
was.
was outnumbered.
Oh yeah, we was outnumbered. Yeah, because that's especially like welding. You don't hear a lot of black welders. So,
Mm-hmm. But
but
up in that MM field, we wasn't outnumbered. It was too much of us. We-
yeah, all that I used to say that all the niggas was MMs.
MMs and Ians. Boy,
Yes,
we was not outnumbered at all.
yeah. There's just like that
The
that
only way we was
whole
outnumbered is in evaluations. But other than that,
over there around 240, 240, none but niggas. That was the hood.
they was definitely playing dominoes, spade in the back.
Shoot.
Oh, we used to have fun at night.
Yeah, but oh yeah, I used to love going over there playing
Mm-hmm.
spades. But the funny thing is, it's just like my best friend, and I think you remember him, Stewart, was black.
Mm-hmm.
It was black.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like my man 100 grand. Like that was my deployment buddy. It was like me, him, and another black dude, Clark, and
I
we was
remember
always
Clark.
yeah. We would that was like when it came to deployment, it was just us three, and it was just like other people joined into our group, but it was like it was just the main three. It was just us three. We did everything. But
Yeah. My friend group was black, more black, and a whole lot of black.
and at the time, Garcia. From the time, a little bit of time.
Yeah,
Garcia.
that would be like A school. Because
Yeah.
she was an electrician. So when it came down for deployment, everybody on like I hung out with just black people. And we used to throw parties. Ooh, child, we was living our best life.
Yeah, we all have to talk about that Dubai pool party. I was there too.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Ooh, good times. Good times.
Oh, good times. Man, I had a personal chauffeur in Dubai. Oh my gosh, life was just living in Dubai. I was showing shopping every day. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bags. And he'll drop me off right at the front gate.
I know you was happy.
Oh, I was living my best life at that period in time.
Yes, especially with all that money saved, and yet we wasn't really spending that much.
And it's so crazy. You would think the way we was out here living our best life, we should have came back broke as ever.
That's what I felt like. It felt like I was spending like $1,000, and then when you look at it, you only spent like 100, maybe 200.
Exactly. Man, you come back from deployment with 10K, and you just like, yo, what in the world's going on with life? 5K. Come back from deployment, you like, yo, this is crazy.
I was smiling every time I saw my bank account, and I just seen that money keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
I was it was like I ain't know what to do with myself, but
Child came home because most of us bought like those little, the military whips.
Mm-hmm.
So you came home and they had a vehicle waiting for you at the parking lot or something, or they had those the jerseys, the leather jackets that you was sewing the little patches on.
Mm-hmm.
Child, we was a damn fool. We was doing dumb like we doing stuff now. You think back on it, like what the hell was y'all up on? Like I don't even know why y'all bought that regular ass leather jacket that y'all don't even still own or still have.
I know I never got it, but I know a couple of people that did. I did get the rings though. The rings and all the other
Do
stuff.
you still have them?
My mom has them.
Yeah. I'm glad she holding on to them.
Yeah.
Because they showing up was gonna be gone, but if you still have hold of
soon as I got home, she nabbed them things. She's like, "What'd you get from?" I said, "I got you and my father's some like deployment rings." My father, I believe he still has his. It doesn't fit on his finger, so he puts it on a necklace. So he still has
Oh,
that.
that's sweet.
Yeah. So, but my mom, she got all the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, every time them people used to come on the boat trying to sell stuff, I was right there in the damn cafeteria, just looking through and buying dumb stuff, just buying stuff, just cause.
Oh yeah.
Didn't even need the stuff. I was just buying it because I had the money to be spending. And it was like you couldn't spend it on the boat because back then, like Amazon wasn't popping like it was popping now.
Yeah, but I still got my laptop on deployment though.
Yeah. We used to be on all sorts of websites because eBay, Amazon still existed, but it wasn't moved like the way Amazon moved now. Amazon wasn't moving like it was back then.
Oh hell yeah! You were definitely right on that.
Yeah, you have to get a family to send you a package or send you something, or you have to send it to some other persons for them to mail you your stuff. Man, we was doing too much to be getting a little bit of stuff.
Oh man. So, but shoot, I know like how much. Okay, when you got home, how much stuff did like you had to pack up in a box and like take home? Because you know a lot of people had stuff they bought from like Greece and Dubai, and like how much stuff did you have?
I came in there. That's See, and you would think by the amount of deployments I do, I'll learn my lesson. I came on the boat with like 2 to 3 sea bags, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the time I left deployment, I was 5 sea bags deep. I was like, and the crazy thing, because you had a sea bag locker, so you have a full sea bag because you have to remove stuff. Because at some point, you just had so much clothes, new clothes. Like it didn't matter how much clothes you had. Every time you went to the mall, you bought a brand new outfit because you had to go drip out the next day with this outfit. Like
Oh yeah. Yep.
and you went back. You had bags of new outfits, but every day you had to get some because it was like, oh, all of a sudden they went to do the pool party in Dubai, and it was just like, oh, I ain't got enough bathing suits, so now you got to buy a brand new bathing suit. Now you got 4, 5 bathing suits. Oh, I ain't got no cover up. Now you gotta buy a bunch of cover ups. Oh, I ain't got no t-shirt. Oh. So now you ain't got nothing to wear through in the daytime when you go outside. Oh, they had the little ski, or they had the indoor what's that thing called? The stuff where you can pretend like you're skydiving, iFly or whatever. And they
Yeah.
had one of those, and you had to go
Get yourself
make sure you have So it was like you was just buying new clothes all the time. And you would go to the mall, and it was just like, oh, okay, I'll buy something else. Now you buying brand new kicks because they don't have those kicks nowhere else but in Dubai. They probably was and you look on the website, you can't find them kicks. It's like Dubai had its own pair of like shoes, clothes that was nowhere else. But the brand existed. It's just the look in Dubai was not the same like every other country or city. And you definitely couldn't find it in America.
Right.
The stuff you bought out there. And people looking at you because you got some stuff that they ain't never seen before. And now they looking at you when you in the States rocking them heavy. Because in Dubai fashion, at this point, it's kind of old. Once you get to America, and you looking like these niggas just like, damn, where you get that from? You like, by the time they get it 6 months later, you like, well, I done had that already played out. You just not getting this?
Yeah. Right. I just remember getting souvenirs. Now Greece, yeah. I felt it when I spent money there. I was like, Ooh, let me try not. But I did get some souvenirs for like my sisters there. I got my sister like this glass dolphin, and she still has it to this day. As soon as, and it was funny because I was drunk as hell. Not super drunk, but I was drunk as hell, especially on that last day. Was you there on that third day when everybody, all the black people, was at this one spot where they was playing nothing but hip hop music, and everybody was just turning up there?
And they were serving that Python alcohol.
It was called Uzo. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Child was in there every day. It felt like. And once we found it, that was just well, we only be there for 3. We only be in one location for about 3-4 days, 2 days.
I didn't have duty, so I was there for the whole 3 days, and everybody, all the black people was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that shit was fun. Greece was like, I tell people all the time. I know everybody loved Dubai, but I keep telling people I think Suda Bay was the best spot.
The only place I went to, I knew my money started looking real funny at me, was Bahrain. My money started crying to me. It was tired of me.
Yeah, Bahrain is. Bahrain. Yeah. It was like, oh, this ain't Durham. This ain't that Dubai money. Nah, you need to slow down.
Man, I used to be so ready to leave Bahrain because I was like, I do not want to see another penny gone.
But it was like that with me in Greece. I was just like, but I did, even though I did spend money, I was like, ooh, these euros. Then we stop. You stop. But shoot, I did get a steak everywhere I went to, so it was just like that. But like I said, Suda Bay, Greece was my highlight too. And then like, it was funny because that spot where all the black people was there clubbing. I was like, I saw Senior Chief Love there, and she was, she went through bobbing her head with a drink in her hand. I said, yo, this is a lit spot. I swear it was like a bunch of E4s and maybe E4, E4s and E5 below, and Senior Chief Love, and she was just vibing just like us, and I was like, yo, this spot is lit.
Mm-hmm. Now that's Greece. I got a massage. I was in my best life. I didn't get. Did I get a piercing in Greece? No, I probably did. No, I didn't.
Let me find out you getting piercings. Let me stop. All right, let's get back to the video. Continue the game. Let's see if they continue the game.
The mole is still in the box and you want to continue playing the game, raise your hand.
No, stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
The fact that the white boy raised his hand like he's and he almost got kicked off the last time. That is some bravery shit.
Exactly. Some just be doing too much.
Let's see how this works for him.
I knew I wasn't gonna get eliminated.
Why's that?
I don't know. I just came in like I was gonna win. Really, I already said I was gonna win. So.
Anybody else got a question? All right. So let's make things a little bit spicy. You feel me? What's like one critique or what's one thing that you think like Black people could be like doing better in, or like a hot take about like Black people and our community and stuff like that?
Since the beginning of the U.S., with the obvious mistreatment of Black people, a lot of information pertaining to being able to further us as a people has been withheld from us. And more so recently, the information has been normalized to be pushed out, and this generation is really doing a lot to make sure that we are as gamed up as possible with all the tax information, with all that stuff, so we can no longer have those continuing circumstances of not having the information to be able to financially evolve as a people. And I think that's dope. But I also think that people need to really be on their P's and Q's with that stuff, because the more we sit around and don't go after this information.
Even the way he stand, you could tell he white.
Yeah, but you can see him. They can't use.
I know.
Oh man.
Same financially. Even though we spend some of the most money in the U.S., it never stays within the black community.
The gang banging.
Yeah.
That gotta stop.
Elaborate on that.
Well, it's no point in gang banging no more. I mean, if you think about it, you gang banging, and then it got so bad where you know everybody that run black in prison is together, even if you from the enemy side, the op side, or anything. So if you go to prison, so if I supposed to gang bang, shoot somebody, and if I get caught and I gotta go to prison and get along with the people who I just slid on, it don't make no sense, and there's no money involved.
I feel that.
So it's just
Now they starting to
that's the first-
question him. I'm telling you, Mr. He just black. That's it. He started looking at him like, time out.
They ain't never heard no shit like that.
They, black people thinking, but there was something he said. Now they starting to like some of the people who was on his side starting to flop, like switch up.
Well, let's see how it goes.
I'll be so quick to buy Gucci, Prada, Louis. Like, I mean, I'm not one to speak myself. I got Ricks and Subi on, but at the same time, like, if one of the homies has a brand, you should be going to go buy that, you know?
I feel like a critique is just my little brother is he's at a HBCU, a small one in Oklahoma, and nothing against like the school or anything of the people who's around, but I feel like the ideas and like the mindsets that he's been around from his early childhood and whatnot, because have been just like not open-minded to new possibilities. Opportunities are out there. We just got open-minded to it and try to figure out what works for us.
This might be on the fault of like the media, but I think sometimes we over sensationalize like our pain. And I think that there's so much more to like the black community, whether it's joy or like having a good laugh or something. Like there's just so much more to us than like, the pain that we go through. And I think that needs to be, shown more in like our movies, our TV shows, just like the way we talk about things. Like I think that there's
I
just
agree with him on that part because I feel the same way too.
Yeah. Sometimes I know we in like history shows that we were victims, but I feel like we ain't gotta like be victims at all times. At times where it's just like I don't think we should let everything get to us. It's just
like at one point we gotta evolve as actors. We can't always be somebody nanny, a slave, or being whipped. Like let us be a superhero. Let us be, the best friend. Let us be the main character. Like we gotta evolve. Like we can't just keep looking back all the time, especially in movies.
Oh yeah, I would I would like to see us do some sci-fi shit, and I'm gonna keep saying that. I would like to see black people do some sci-fi shit. I feel like we definitely can kill that if we can get a bunch of niggas doing sci-fi shit.
And they'll make sure we the first few dead.
All right, let's get back to the video.
Stuff on screen, not just being slaves,
Right. Come on now, talk about it.
Or criminals, or they're gangsters, killers.
That's not even like a thing for America, but like you go to China, you go to like some of these other places, like that's all they see of us. You feel me?
Yeah.
Word. Y'all, I'm gonna be real. I think we're all good, bro. Sorry, Gabriel. You know what I'm saying? It happens.
Come on, over here.
If you think the mole is still in the...
I'm surprised he left because he didn't say nothing white. At least in my opinion, he didn't say anything.
Exactly. I think he kind of knew who the person was, but he didn't make it.
Oh man. Well, let's see if they continue the game.
The box, and you'd like to continue the game, raise your hand. All right, so that's unanimous. We're going to end the game right then and there, okay? If the lights turn green, that means you voted the mole out and you all win. If the lights turn red, That means the mole is still in the box and you all lose.
The thought popped in my head of, what if you had it wrong the whole time and the guy right next to you is the one?
3, 2, 1. It is red. That means the mole is still here. You
He
guys,
looking right at he looking right next to him. He was like, "It's this nigga next to me, huh?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they could unlock. I'm about to say unlock. They could take off the blindfold. So let's see their reaction.
can lift your blindfolds in 3, 2, 1.
What? Just hold on. Wait. Rob.
That's Rob.
That's Rob.
That's Rob.
I'm Brevin.
Brevin? Yo, what's up, Brevin? What's up, y'all?
Big ups to you, yo. Big ups to you. Hey, yo. Of course, there's been like a couple white boys who cool, but like not like Rob. Like that was different.
My name is Robert, but they call me Milk. I'm from South Central. I got adopted.
I swear, like I always know a white boy that's grew up in the hood with a nickname like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Exactly.
like it's like a hood is a hood name. It's like Milk. Yo, that's funny.
If they had said his nickname was Milk, if he said that, then he definitely would have been out in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
If black people calling you Milk, they know you ain't chocolate milk, nigga. You Milk.
Oh man. Except, that's funny.
He was saying,
You alright, B? You
no,
alright?
he was about to. I think he was gonna say something or explain himself.
Okay, hold on. Let me rewind it.
Was different.
My name is Robert, but they call me Milk. I'm from South Central. I got adopted at 7 days old as a baby, like out the hospital to a black mother. So I was raised with her ever since 7 days old.
That's crazy.
My whole family is black. I didn't even know I never met the other people until I was like
That's dope.
grown.
That's real.
My upbringing was a little strange. I was the only white kid at every party, every birthday. But that never really like bothered me, I guess.
Is it hard for you to fit in with white people?
Oh, it was. It's getting a little better.
Huh. What about for black people then? Is it easier or was it more difficult to get along with black people?
Nah. I mean, that's all I was around my whole life.
Right.
Jail,
Yeah.
county jail, juvenile hall, every
Yeah.
party, everything.
And your whole family,
This
like,
nigga just say jail, county jail, juvenile hall.
Did you say this nigga went to jail?
I told you, right?
you?
Didn't I tell you this nigga be in them streets?
Yeah, I was about to say you just said that, right? Like my man was in the streets.
The way he was talking, I'm like, he gotta be in them streets. But I ain't know he was adopted since 7 days. 7 days. Like, what black family took you at 7 days old? Like, and you end up being this bad. Like, I don't even understand that. It's like,
in the streets.
yeah, but at 7 days old, how did this family get to adopting you or like, housing you or taking you in whatever neighborhood they was at for you to be, like for life to just be bad? Like, I don't even understand it. Like, they couldn't have been like, they had to been upstanding black people. Because why would you go and put your housing and your stuff into a foster care system where the government or whoever it is can do inspections at your house at any point in time? So you can't be a drug dealer. You can't be living in rough neighborhoods thinking you're gonna be in a foster parent. So I'm just like how did your life turn backwards? Or
I'm a feminist.
I do not know. So
Mhm.
I don't know. But what you think of that video?
I liked it. it sucks for the people who did, like, you know, the other six guys who didn't get it right, because the one white man about to get a check.
Yep.
That white man about to get a nice little $1,000 when all them guys could have got out with 1,000 and the white man would have got 0. But you know,
The
life
fact
is
that
life.
the fact that he did that and the guy was like, whoa, wait, what are you doing? What are you? It's like you already had it won. It's like you didn't need to go another round, and yet he still.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, but you know, congratulations to Rob. He definitely had him fooled. It just and he wasn't even
really
trying. He wasn't trying. That's just how he normally talks too. So
no.
so that should, you know, that should tell you that, you know, there's more than one way to being black. But I felt like the fact that they chose the one that just sounds so familiar that he was black, there it's just like because a lot of people was like, there was like we done saw, he almost got dropped, but yet you know, he kept his cool and all that other stuff he won. So this one right here, this one should be interesting. So these are all anti-feminist, or no, I'm sorry, they're all feminists, and then one of them is supposed to be an anti-feminist. So this one should be interesting. Yeah, this one should be interesting as well. This is the second video I was gonna put up, so
that's gonna be hard.
I'm a feminist. I am a feminist. I'm a feminist.
I'm a feminist.
I'm a feminist.
I'm a feminist.
So before we start, which one do you think this is probably a bad place? Which one do you think is like not a feminist?
I'm so confused. Child, I don't even know. I can't even pretend to know, because I would say the guy, because I don't even know why he up there, but I don't know.
All right, we gonna go in there. We see who.
Yeah, I can't even answer this or explain this concept of who is who. Because it's a diverse group.
All right, let's see how it goes.
How do we feel about women having rights?
Yes.
Really
cool thing.
Awesome.
The more the merrier.
What would you say is the most feminist thing about yourself?
I believe women should be paid the same across the board, not just white women, but women of color. You can't be a person of color and not believe that women should have the same rights as I, as a black person. So that's why I'm a feminist. And I believe that feminism is about women being equal, period.
Yeah.
For me, do you have a definition of feminism?
Child, I still don't even understand. I'm not even gonna pretend. I got zero definition. It's a bunch of women that want to be men. And I understand because it's not even about the getting paid equal and stuff like everybody want to get paid equal. Everybody want to get paid. Not equal. I'm not trying to get paid equal. I'm trying to get paid.
Get money.
Exactly. Because I don't want you to equalize me. If you paying brother man 25 cents, don't equalize me to give me 25 cents. I still want to get 50. Like, y'all just be wanting. No, I want to get paid.
Y'all heard her. Y'all gotta pay material life.
Exactly. Like, so I don't even understand the whole concept of feminism, what they fighting for. So they could be, a lot of feminists seem to be fighting not just for equal pay, but they be fighting so they can be considered men. Girl, God needs to sit y'all butt somewhere. So I couldn't tell you what feminist is.
All right, let's keep it going.
For me, it's just like uplifting women's voices for women's rights. I think like a good thing for us to start, like, how do you guys define feminism?
Like an advocacy for equity in the institutions for women, right? Not just in the economy and society, but also in government and other positions of power.
Like I looked over and I saw, like, not to hate anyone that wears running shoes, but like I saw the running shoes and I just assumed. I think that's just like a trope that like a lot of like anti-feminists, like right wingers, dress more for comfort than style. So it's just a stereotype that I was playing on.
I think supporting women in all areas, so reproductive rights, you know, work pay rights, all that type of stuff. And I think being a voice for the ones that can't speak up, because I find myself getting into arguments with people because I'm like, I will like really like have this conversation with you. So I think just always supporting them no matter what.
My eye immediately went to.
As a woman, have you ever felt like that?
I'm trying. I don't argue with people about feminism. I don't argue with people, period. But one thing if I am gonna argue, it's gonna be about politics. It's definitely not about feminism.
Okay.
Most people I argue with is in regards to either Republican, Democrat. They follow one of the two branches, the Republican branch or the Democratic branch. I don't argue about feminism.
There you have it. She does not argue about feminism. Let's get it.
A conversation with you. So I think just always supporting them no matter what.
My eye immediately went to Emma. I was like, that very much could be a conservative woman in this group, just based on her outfit. It was a great outfit. She looked great. I guess my view on feminism is that it goes beyond women as well. Like, we include trans people in there, and like by uplifting women.
I'll tell you, the feminist baby want to be man. She a damn feminist. She want to be a man.
Man. She look like Harry Potter.
She does. She look like a feminist.
Oh. All right, let's go.
The girl that she's talking about, I do feel like she might be anti-feminist. Like I feel like that whole row from that girl on back is anti. Like I don't think there's just one. I feel like there's a few of them. From the three men that's there plus that one girl.
All right, let's. I think we're coming at the end of round one. Nope.
Environment for like men and like other people. You said something about agreeing with women no matter what they do. Like I fully disagree. I feel like feminism, you have to hold women accountable. Like there are women like J.K. Rowling who like leading and spearheading a transphobia.
Jesus, she a deep feminist. Red flag.
Not only that, she's bringing in trans issues too into feminism. So,
cause she a whole man. That's why. That's why. That's why. When you start bringing trans issues, cause you want to be a whole man. It's not about feminism.
Feminism when you were literally hurting women.
Oh, totally. I feel like that was just like a broad statement when I say supporting women. I think for me, when I was in a workplace run by men, I feel like I couldn't stand up to like the plate and step up and really like talk about how I'm feeling because I would just get shut down. So I think like in those situations, I mean, like if there's like no one that can like support someone, like you should support them and educate them in a way.
What do you usually do in instances where you're like shut down by a man in power, you could say?
Well, nowadays it's different.
Okay.
If I was saying a few years ago, I would just kind of like rebuttal and just go about and do what they want me to do. But now I have a voice and I will kind of, there's not like something equal. I will just point out the fact that, hey, that's not fair. Like, it's just a thing of being strong and powerful, I think.
And so what do men do in those situations?
Women a lot of time aren't taken seriously by men in the patriarchy. I think it's really important for us to like let our voices be heard and uplift their voices.
Keep each other in check.
Yeah, allow a platform for women to speak, let their voices be heard, because that's the most effective way to dismantle ignorance.
His speech seemed very practiced or thought out. It didn't seem natural. I think also just putting women in leadership at my work, all of leadership is all women.
Yeah.
And I feel the safest there compared to other workplaces where I've been kind of like duking it out with the boss man kind of thing.
My bosses are all women too. And
Of course.
I will say that traditionally I have had issues with women being my boss, but
You
as
hate
I've
to see a strong woman.
as
That's what
I've
you're
grown,
saying.
as I've grown educationally,
Yeah.
now that I know women's roles, and so I agree with you with that assessment that women in leadership, it is just something about it. I feel safer too.
And I grew up with a family of brothers. So
You was like 6 foot, at least 6'3".
Exactly. That's a whole woman.
You can knock a nigga out. You talking about I feel safer. Yo. I understand. I do understand what he said, but you was like 6'3". They're scared of you more than you are scared of them. Not unless you're like a big ass teddy bear, which he probably is, but at the same time, like you was like 6'3". If you don't use your height to, I'm pretty sure you don't use this height to intimidate people.
Exactly. Just a waste of space.
That's
I was always having to like fight to say anything, and also a Hispanic household, so a lot of times it was like the woman's here to serve and all of that, and having like grown up with that kind of like mindset made me go the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying?
If you like this episode and you want to see more, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Now let's figure out who the mole is.
Who do you think they're going to eliminate? B, you there?
I think my bad. I think the girl, the one with the pink sweater top thingy.
Emma?
Yeah.
You think she's going to be gone?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see if you're right.
I think when people tend to use a lot of dictionary definitions, they were either studying up on it. I mean, you don't have to go Merriam-Webster on us and trying to explain it.
You know, Emma, she's a little too comfortable and uncomfortable at the same time, if that makes any sense. Good luck, everybody.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep. I had a weird hunch that it was coming. I'm very formal. So that can make it seem like I'm kind of more nervous or more study rehearsed.
I want to express. I'm wondering how.
My man was trying to give out actual misses, and people was just like, "Nah, I'm not having that." Shoot, I kind of felt sorry for him because my man was just trying to like educate, but he's gone. So, Emma was second. So, if she's not going from the last one, she might be going from this one. So, you might be still right. So, what you think?
I'm not sure, but I feel like she definitely might be like conservative versus feminist.
Okay, you might be right. So, let's get to the video. Again, what does this have to do with feminism? I feel like that has nothing to do with feminism, but
Exactly.
like I do see a lot of people, especially in the trans community, they kind of like put this into the situation, but I don't think this would count as a feminism argument, more or less of a should trans people play sports argument, or should trans people that transition from men to women go into women's sports. So let's see where this goes. Oh, there you have it. She's trying to be a man. There you go. That's it. B, you batting 1,000 right now. I'm gonna tell you this. You're batting 1,000.
I don't know if it's me or I can't hear anything. Hold on, because I could hear it earlier. So let me try logging off and logging back in.
She experienced some technical difficulties. That's it. She coming back. Hopefully, she can start hearing stuff.
Is it playing?
I paused it for you, so let me rewind it.
That's so weird.
Can you hear it?
That's so weird. Hold on. Press play again.
Can you hear it?
No, I don't know what's going on. That's so weird.
Hold on. Let me. This tab audio is on. Share system audio. Maybe I have to start over.
Sports. Trans women are women, so we should
Can you
be
hear now?
Okay, it's back.
cis women.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm gonna rewind it so you can hear what he said.
Because, like, for me, trans women are women, so we should be protecting all women, not just cis women.
I have no problem with about sports and stuff, but I also don't want to silence the J.K. Rowlings of the world because I believe in democracy, and I believe to know your enemy, I want them to speak. That's how they used to do things in the old days. That's what the KKK does. They hide their face.
Sure.
I want to know who they are, and I want them to speak freely so you know who the enemy is.
Sometimes they get a little violent though, and it.
You know what's funny? They did the record stop when he mentioned J.K. Rowling because I don't know if you're familiar with the whole J.K. Rowling thing, but
Yeah, well, she says facts, but okay.
yeah, and you could tell that the trans person wasn't down for that, but I feel like she misunderstood what Big Guy was saying. It was just like we should let them have a voice, so we should know who our enemies is, because a lot of people they hide. They may say they're your friend, but they might hide who they really are. But since she said what she says, it's like you know who that is, so that way you don't have to like guess. You just know. But I feel like they're going to misunderstand what he was talking about.
They will, because they already look like. But I think he's starting to bring them back. But I think they definitely he's not gonna be there long.
All right, let's get it.
But people, I mean, but that's
things.
I think I understand what you mean. Like you agree with free speech, but not to
sure
the
do.
point where it should like restrict someone else. Like you don't have
no,
ill
but I
will towards trans
definitely
people.
want the J.K. Rowlings and the Marjorie Taylor Greens to talk. I want them
Yeah.
to talk because I want to know
They
who they are.
sound so stupid.
Well, stupid, but you also want to know who they are.
Emma, what do you think? You haven't said anything.
I'm kind of like I'm not against it. I'm not like so much. I feel like I don't have a clear answer because in like with like kids, like when you talk about kids doing it, I don't think with children. I think everyone should like everyone's the same. They have the same strengths and everything like that. But I think in like professional sporting situations, I might need to educate myself more on this. So this might be like what I need to come out of today and do. But I think trans women still have like more strength than women. Like, but even saying that, like they're women, but I feel like it's not even exactly.
She compared trans.
Also, she's not wrong because it's been proven that they still, when they transition over, they still keep their testosterone. So yes, a lot of trans athletes do keep their male strength even when they cross over. So she didn't say anything wrong. It's actually it's actually being proved. So, but she might be,
Exactly, but people don't want to hear that.
yeah.
They want to run with a narrative that they want to run with because drama creates sales.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what he said.
Like they're women, but I feel like it's not even exactly.
She compared trans women to women, referring to cis women as the women, and like kind of then referring to trans women as not women. I was like, oh, it might be her.
Again, I feel like she misunderstood because I don't even think that she said trans women are women or trans women are not women. Even though I don't think trans women are women, I don't think she said that. So, but I think he's trying too hard. I don't know. It's just you can tell he's judging. He's definitely judging. All right.
Like they have an advantage, you would say?
Yeah, like a slight
Okay.
advantage.
So you might be against it, maybe?
I mean, see, I don't want to say that though because then I'm not really supporting all women.
Okay.
But
So if it's professional, let's be honest. If you're good, you're good. I think if a transgender woman went up to play tennis against Serena Williams, and it's a transgender woman, she'd probably more than likely lose.
Yeah, because Serena Williams is one of the greatest of all time.
Exactly. So when we talk about strength and stuff, sometimes it's just skill.
yeah, so I think for sure, like there's some that like they're absolutely even, but I think in very limited areas of sport, then like there might be a slight advantage. But things, yeah, like tennis and soccer, like those type of things are all skill.
A lot of people.
It's the funniest thing she mentioned tennis and soccer. There was a soccer game. I guess it was the U.S. women's soccer team, and they lost to a bunch of 15-year-olds in their joint. So she, I don't know. They're all being kind of like flippy floppy, but especially her. I think she's being like real flippy floppy.
No, she's very flippy floppy. Because she knows she's the anti-feminist.
Yeah, and what she's saying is not wrong either. Like, there's tests to prove that. So, but I can see them kicking her out. I think they're going to kick her out.
People get mad at trans women in sports when in reality, majority of trans women that compete in sports currently aren't doing that well. It's not like there's like a crazy big advantage. A lot of them are on hormones for like a long time. Like it's even gotten to the point where we're trying to make cis women who have high testosterone way lower.
So it's a regulated thing, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and a lot of times, let's just call it what it is. It's about people's religion. It's about your ideology, your religion.
Yeah.
And which, again, has no place in.
They're shielding their hate.
Yeah. Because
Does religion usually sometimes influence the way you think about life?
I think it does. If you're religious, it does. But if you're not, I don't think it'll influence anything.
Like, first off, I do believe in God, so yes, I am religious, but I also feel like as adults, we come up with ideas and theories and theologize. We ask these questions because we kind of like want to know the answers and all the other stuff. So, my uncle was a pastor, and like I said, I've always been around church people. So, even then, like I've always thought on my own though. So I don't want to think like I want to like say like being religious has kind of like affected my way of thinking, but I wouldn't lie to say it helps me a little bit. Like it does give me a little nudge, especially like when finding a bride. A lot of people don't want that much. She not have that many body counts or some shit like that. So, but that's going off topic.
Jesus said so.
Not so much what he was saying or stating, but the fact that he was just giving me information overload. I was like, you kind of distracted me from what we were actually discussing.
When the question of sports came up, Emma immediately kind of withdrew. And also, like, as a trans person, I'm just immediately like, that's suspicious to me.
Well, there you have it, D. You called it. She's definitely.
Yeah. I don't care how much she tried to finesse the system. She was not doing a good job.
Yeah, and they kind of ganged up on her too. So.
Good luck. I could have easily just agreed and played the game and got to the end. But I know this is a game, but I think it's also a game of topics and conversation. So I'm not mad about getting voted out and how it went.
If you think the mole could still be in the box and you want to continue playing the game, please raise your hand.
I think we're set.
I will still vote to continue, but if you guys want to end it, I'm cool with ending it.
The light turns green. That means you have voted out the mole and you all win. The lights turn red. That means the mole is still in the box and you lose.
Do you think they got the mole, or do you think they're gonna lose?
I don't know. I feel like Emma was the mole, but I don't know because Mr. 6'10" is questionable, but I don't know.
Well, let's see. Let's see. Where does it look?
3,
That's weird.
2, 1.
Let's go. Oh my god. My bad. I was scared.
I knew it.
It's okay.
May the mole step forward in 3, 2.
Okay, now who do you think is the mole?
So it's between Emma and the one with the blue, that guy with the blue.
Oh, the guy with the blue. So
Emma and the guy with the blue. Emma, we got to meet her more and talk to her more, so she might be it. The guy in the blue, if she's not it, then it's the guy in the blue. But because he left so fast, we really did not get to see much from him.
okay, all right. Let's find out who the mole is.
May the mole.
What about you?
I couldn't tell you. If I would say out of the two, like Eric and I would probably say the chick.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, she had a lot of conservative views that I feel like regular feminists would judge her for. So, especially when they brought up trans issues, in which I still feel like that has nothing to do with feminism, but
Nothing at all, which I'm still confused to this moment. How is that even in there?
And this is and you know, people watching, this is why, and this is my opinion, this is why a lot of women don't feel appreciated. It's like, dang, you rather like get it from a man instead of your own woman and some shit like that. Just like so. Let's see who the mole is.
3, 2, 1.
Step right up, whoever.
I thought, yeah.
There is no mole.
Yeah, check out.
My bad.
Yeah, my bad.
That's crazy.
Yo, you know, kicked him out. He ain't get no money. All you gotta say, my bad. That's what that shit right there. I'm not gonna.
That don't even make sense. How they ain't had no more at all? So this was false. This was false advertising at this point.
I think they explained it. Hold on.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I just knew it was
First impressions, right?
So here's the thing. The mole actually never showed up, but we still wanted you all to play the game.
This is a good one.
I was shocked. I was for certain we kicked out the mole. We were done.
So, in your opinion, since there was no mole, what does that mean to you?
Trying to think. I'm still confused as to what is feminism. Because it feels like if you kicked out these two people who are actually feminists, so it's like, do y'all know the definition of it, or like, do y'all not have the same viewpoints? Like, you know what I mean?
And this is why feminism is confusing.
I just know I don't agree to it. I'm not looking for equal anything. What I'm looking for is just to get paid beyond numbers. Like this point, I need to be a partner in the company.
Okay. Video is almost done, so let's wrap this video out.
Mm-hmm.
Case closed, and I feel like I was probably too quick to judge.
I think it's an interesting social experiment to see infighting even within these groups. Getting a bunch of feminists in the room and seeing who points to another one and say, I don't think you're a feminist. Extremely interesting to me. And also extremely interesting that I was the first one out.
I felt some hesitation about coming on the show just because I didn't want to come off as someone, as a man, accusing women of not being feminists, because it's a really weird position to be in. I'm like, is it corny to go on a show and be like a male feminist? But like, no, it shouldn't be.
I think walking away from this, I really want to educate.
He was the one judging. That was the sad part. He was definitely the one judging them all. I think he was doing the most judging.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all of them, he was doing the most judging. But so let him be the hypocrite. And I like the fact that there was no anti-feminist. So maybe they look at each other as just like, oh shit.
Yeah, because half of them ain't feminists for real. That's what they should be realizing. Do we actually know what a feminist is? That's what they should be asking themselves.
Yeah. And I'll be asking this too. It's like, do y'all really know what y'all be fighting for? Or do y'all just, do y'all even know what to do? So, but this, let's just finish this.
Myself more on transgender women. That's something I've learned.
You cannot be about democracy, equality, freedom, and all this stuff, and then sit up here and have barriers in place for somebody because of their gender. I think it's just our job as people to be accepting and loving and just say, I'm here to listen. How much is this? Okay. Can you sell this to me?
The only
Okay. So what did you think about the second video, B? You're still muted, B. You're still muted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't know. This one was a little tricky.
It was definitely tricky.
And I think it's also because I really am so baffled and confused with the whole feminist movement, because it's too many people with so many different definitions and so many people, there's so many different viewpoints that it's starting to confuse me. What I do know for sure, one thing for sure, two things for certain, I'm not in that movement. That's one thing I know.
I've always said this like, if y'all don't understand what's going on, what makes you think straight men and women going to understand when y'all don't have an exact rule or like exact way to keep it up? Then this is what's going to happen. It's just like all of a sudden people just offended over everything.
Exactly. We there.
Mm. So I don't know. I think it was a good video. I'm glad there was no anti-feminist. So just made them all look fun. Even though they won money, it kind of made them look stupid. So
You're right. But I think it would have been interesting if they had the anti-feminist. Because I think he wouldn't have been able to like pretend to be feminist.
Nah, he probably break.
I'm telling you.
Especially if you heard their whole trans one, I feel like that would have been like, he'd just be like, ooh. Like,
look at these idiots.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to hold a straight face. So I guarantee you on that one. So, oh man. So I don't know if okay. So last question, and then I guess we can move. So what do you think it will take for you to get back into this dating pool? If I didn't ask you that question already.
To be honest, I don't know. That's the weird thing is, I knew I had even prayed on and said I was gonna take a year off,
Mm-hmm.
like to just get into like just get me in order, and like back into like the mix of things. But I really don't know. Like I don't know if it's just the ghetto-ness of like of the time we in right now is probably why I'm just so off. Like I just don't even, or if it's like it's so much going on in life right now. It's like I don't know. I really don't know. Like that's the crazy thing. What about you?
I gotta feel like the time is right for me because it's weird. Like everybody's like, "Oh, I know somebody that'd be perfect for you," and you're like, "I'm not ready, nor do I really want to. Like, nor do I really want to yet." It's like I, like you said, I'm still fixing myself, so it's just like I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm ready yet. Yeah,
Mm.
and plus, like I don't know, like every girl that I've like ever dated. Like I've had like to have a conversation. I've had like to at least have a conversation, or at least hung around them. Try to get to know more like on that type of level before like
Mm-hmm.
I claim somebody. So
Yeah, and you also bringing somebody else into your life, and you also like, establishing a partnership with somebody else. It's a lot of stuff that you like. You got to make sure you in order. So when you bring they them in into the dynamic, it's like okay, it is not bad. A disaster waiting.
mm. so so how is a so when you do go back into the dating pool, how is a man supposed to approach you?
Child, remember we talked about. I said, um, all that girls be acting like they don't want people to approach them. I don't know. There's no real method. Like even though we pretend like we don't want that, we just be wanting to be approached. And if our mindset is finally like cleared, because I don't know why we as girls we get into our head, we get into like overthinking, and we just be creating these evolutions that make zero sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like we'll get into our head, and all of a sudden it's like we need this to be done, this to be accomplished.
Yeah. All I know is I don't want to wait until I'm 40. But by then, like
That's just the crazy thing about it is like when you're young, you didn't think like so. What's crazy is when I was young, I thought I was gonna get married at 40, and I was gonna like um well get married at 35 and probably have my first kid at 40, right? I don't know why I thought that because for me, I felt like I had to live life in my 20s, um, be happy, explore, travel, you know, create my goals and everything in my 20s. I really believe that's what my goal, like my life was gonna be. And then by 35, I would get married. And then by 40, I would have my first child. I don't know why. People was like, when you get 40, if you having a kid at 40, it's gonna be a high risk. I said, well, I guess I ain't gonna have no kid. But you never really assumed you was gonna join the military because I didn't think I was gonna join the military until like 10th, I think 10th or 11th grade is when the military, like open this rear end in my life,
Mhm.
but it was just a lot of different little aspects, and then I got married at like 18, 19. Got a divorce by 25. So I was just like, what you assumed in life was not what life gave you. And then now you past 30 and it's like, blow. Where did all this time just happen at?
Exactly. That's how I was. I thought I was going to get married at 27. And I think I was close, but again, I don't know, because in the military, at least when I was in the military, I was in an on and off relationship for like 3 years. So I thought at least the person I was with at that time, I thought I was going to marry her. But like I said, I don't want to be like 40 and still like single. At least
And it's scary because it feels like that's the new norm. And it's like, oh my Lord. But then you also don't want to feel like you rush into something, and you also don't want to feel like like Kevin Samuels says, that the delusion of thinking like you got time.
exactly.
And you don't want to feel like, okay, you rushing into a situation, or you don't want to feel like you're not given opportunities that should be given, like, because I don't know what you're waiting, like what are you really waiting on? Like, I don't it's so like it's hard. Like, I don't know if it's because you're getting older, all of a sudden it feels like really hard to date. Well, I ain't got time to date. I if I'm going into the dating market, it's because I'm trying to get married next month. Like, I'm not in the mood to be dating still. Like, I was in the mood to be dating in my 25s, my 20s. Like, now that I'm in my 30s era, I'm like, I'm not in the mood to be dating. Like, I'm over it. We can get married if life ain't life, and if life ain't right, if it ain't doing what it's supposed to do, then we just might have to get a divorce. But I hope the divorce does not come. But that whole dating forever, dating 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I'm cool off of that. That 1 year just seemed like a long dating period.
I think you got. I think you're gonna find somebody. I don't. Are you with your school? Are you like taking classes, or are they like online classes?
Right now it's online because it's for my associates. So once I go for my bachelor's, I'm gonna be in classroom because I want to make sure I'm taking the full, like understanding. Because after your bachelor's, I have to take my LSATs. So I don't want to make. I want to make sure I'm in the classroom, really learning from these teachers and stuff like that. So when I go and do my LSATs, I'm not behind. You know what I mean?
Right.
Struggling, because then I can't get into a law program until after I finish my LSATs and have a passing grade. Like, and thinking about LSATs, and that's like a SAT, but for legal. Oh, that's asking a lot, but okay.
I feel you. I definitely feel you. But I think, and maybe it's just me, I think you're going to get married before you even hit 40. I think. I know you was married before, but I think you might get married again before you hit 40.
I pray that I pray that's the case. We both be married before 40. I didn't even know you were older than me, to be honest, Ray. I'm so in shock.
It was like, I'm like 2 years older than you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought, because when I met you, we all looked like we was in the same age group.
Yeah, I know. It's the
Well,
baby.
you have a young face, so that's probably the thing.
Yeah, the baby face doesn't follow me everywhere.
Mhm.
So even then, like, what's funny? People still like think I'm in my I'm 25.
Yeah.
So, and then when I tell people my age, it's just like, oh my god, They're like, you look so young. I'll be like, thank you. It's just so.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, girl, you can't be older than me. I don't believe that. Because I swear we all like, I feel like we all was in the same age group during the whole age group period. I thought I knew you was drinking, but you know, I was drinking.
Yeah, we all was drinking, so it's like we all was doing before.
Yeah, but you was legally drinking for real, for real.
Oh yeah, I was.
Yeah, we.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. And you know, it's like you know how many people said, "Shit, you old enough to join the military? Shit, you old enough to get a beer?" Like,
Because once we got overseas, oh, baby, we was wilding out.
Oh yeah. and I think the Truman was very lenient because you know even when you was 18 and some of the places you could be 18 when you drink, they let the girls drink.
Yeah, it was only so we had to be in foreign waters that allow the drinking age to be 18.
Mm-hmm.
But if we wasn't, well, when they had those very few beer days on the ship, because you know they didn't give too many of them, and they always gave us that old fake beer.
I hated that fake beer. Oh, I was like, yo, this shit. And then they try to sell us to it in the galley. Like people was actually going to drink that. Like nobody's going to drink this shit.
And then they was giving the real ones to the upper echelon. So I was like, they don't need that.
Yeah, it's like those are our beers. It's just like we out here too. Give us the non-alcoholic beer. I remember I was pissed off. It's just like, but
right. What's holding you from dating? Like, what's one thing that's keeping you from like? Do you do long? Have you done long distance?
No, I don't think I have. And I don't know. It's just like I would. I think I would try it, but I would also want to visit the person that I would long distance with. So, so it's just like, but I also feel like I'm holding it, you know, because I feel like I'm holding them because I'm not gonna lie to you, there was a couple people I talked to, and there's just like they like me, but there was someone else, you know, that was there too. And I'd be the person I'd be like, well, I've done this a couple of times where I go I say just go with them since they live near you, and I think it'd be unfair. And then I'm not gonna lie to you, all of them end up married. It's been this running joke with myself, and I tell the ladies, if you really want to get married, let me like you. Let me I said, let me like you. You end up finding a husband. For some reason, every girl that I liked end up married or in a long relationship. So I said I might be cursed. It's a running joke. It's like I might be cursed. I swear to God, it's just like
probably. I'm telling you, it might be something from your past life. There was a girl that you done really hurt her heart.
Probably, I don't know, but
until you get it right,
I got that color purple till you do right by me.
Exactly. She holding you hostage. Yeah, you gotta find her again.
Oh man.
It's like
but, other than that, I guess because even though I done said things like I feel like I'm a traditional, like I still feel like kind of traditional because I don't want to like if I like, let's say if we go on a date, I'll be the one paying, and I know you be like you pay for your own food, B, but let's just say it's just like we go on a date, I would pay. Like we go to a restaurant, I would pay and all that other stuff. So
See,
it's
for
like,
me, it's like unless we're in a committed relationship and we're establishing marriage, that's the only time where it's like different. That whole before we just friends, two friends going out to eat, blase blase, ain't nothing secure, first date, blase blase, all that. Oh, you that's it don't even make me feel comfortable. It's probably some unlearning that I need to do. I probably need to some unlearning mindsets.
I just think you like being in charge. That's why. It's just
That's probably that one little baby alpha in me.
yeah. Because I was about to
That
say,
needs to be tamed by.
correct me if I'm wrong. You was like you seen your mom do it all, so it's just like you should do it too. So right. So I just think you're just following like what your mom done taught you, in which that's fine. That's why some I'm stubborn I'm stubborn too. Like I don't know how much you believe in horoscopes, but like even though I'm in Gemini, I think I have my rising or something like that is a Taurus. So it's like I got a little stubbornness in me. So
I don't know, but it's also because of your uprising. So you've had the double parent home dynamic. So you've seen your father do it, and so that's probably why you're a perfect husband material.
Oh. Well, let's just hope the girl I find would appreciate that too. So, and
well, let's hope she better not be ghetto. Because we're gonna have to send her back.
Yeah, send her back.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Send her back.
As and whoever marries you, let's just hope they treat you like the queen that you are. That's it.
Child, or they'll be sent back. You mean now? I sing it back. Old me would tolerate a lot, but new me now.
Okay. Elizabeth. So I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna shut down this after party. Is there anything else you want to say before we shut it down?
No, today's topic was pretty good. The first one, trying to figure out the Black person by voice and sound and stuff like that was really good. The feminist, it was so weird because each one of these people were different version of a feminist, and which creates the illusion that a feminist is just like literally something that these people make up in their mind. Like for me, what I think a feminist was definitely the G.I. Joe personality. I felt like feminists just wants to be like the guys. They want to be a bunch of men. It's not even about equal pay, because there are studies showing that women are getting paid more than men now. So what's the new fight now, since it's not about equal pay? And now y'all fighting women to have men compete with them in sports. How is that supporting females in our movement? So yeah, the whole feminist movement is confusing, and it feels like it's in a state of delusion. So that's my final thought.
Yeah. And like I said, before I even probably jump back into the day, there's probably is going to be a few women I'm gonna ask out before I even get back into that part. Because, like I said, I want at least in my head I have a list of like wife potentials, and then like I want to see where that goes. And if it doesn't go nowhere, then I'll probably jump back into the dating pool. That's just me though. It's just like I just got a list. So
you got a list?
in my head I got a list. It's like a couple. It's a couple women was just like, yeah, I think she might be wife material, and I think since I'm focused on that list, I don't really like want to jump in. It's just like, let me see what this is like, and then if that don't work, I'll go over here instead of just like playing the field or some shit like that.
That's true. You don't want to be a thought.
Yeah, nah. I learned that I couldn't. I was like, I couldn't be a player. I was like, I'm a one woman man and some shit like that.
I'm telling you. It don't matter how hard I want to try to pretend that I could play in the dating field game, like that whole I always say I'm single until married. So I'm always single until marriage. But it's like I cannot like entertain 20 people. I just don't have the energy to entertain 20. But I will tell you I'm single. And to entertain, I have to really like you to even entertain. So I can't even waste people time like that for real. But I could pretend to be a city girl all day long. But I ain't got no city girl in me for real. Like when I look at myself and evaluate who I am for real, there is not a city girl in me. I have too much of an independent personality that does not create a city girl lifestyle. But I want it, but I just can't. I can't sit there and ask a man that I don't even know to pay my rent. That's out of character.
Yeah, you too independent for that. I do not see you doing that at all.
Yeah, that's out of character. Now, as a married couple, that's a different person. That's a different thing. But y'all two single people. I need you to pay my whole rent. I need you to what? You are out of character, ma'am. But somebody doing it, so I can't even knock them. It's just not me, but you got it.
Damn. Well, and on that note, we're going to end it there. I would like to thank, as always, I would thank B for coming to the after party with me.
And thank you, Ray.
You are always welcome here. So
I know, I love it. I love the after party. It makes me so happy.
And on that note, this has been the after party, and we are signing out. Peace.
Good night.